What's up, everyone? We are at it yet again with another collectible review for you guys, and this time I'm really excited. I mean, I'm always excited, but I'm a little extra excited today because we're taking a look at NECA's 1/4 scale TMNT line of figures. Right here we have the newly released Shredder and the newly released Foot Soldier. And if you guys don't know, I love this line of figures. We actually reviewed their turtles about a year or two ago when they released them, and now they're adding Shredder and a Foot Soldier or Foot Soldiers to the collection, and I cannot wait to dive in. Honestly, they're some of my favorite figures I have in all of my collection. I'm just a huge fan of the 90s live action turtle movies, so to have Shredder and a Foot Soldier is awesome. They're just rounding out all of the characters in the films, and I could not be more excited about it. So we're gonna start off with the Foot Soldier right here. We're gonna leave Shredder for last because, I mean, Shredder, arch enemy to the Ninja Turtles. We're gonna leave the best for last, but this Foot Soldier right here is absolutely amazing. These things just have such a shelf presence. I mean, they're huge. I believe they're 18 inches. They're 1/4 scale. I mean, just look at the detail on this. Look at this. The sculpting work on these figures are insane. They're just so crazy. And not only the sculpt work in the detail with paint apps and everything, the articulation is nuts. It's got double jointed knees. It's got ankle pivot. It has a ratchet system right there, so you can move the legs in and out like that. I know it's loud, but you know, it lets you know how far you could move it. Double jointed elbows, a bunch of accessories and interchangeable hands. I mean, it's just, if you're a turtle fan, this is like a must. So let's take a look at his accessories real quick. We're gonna leave him right there. I put him in a really cool fighting stance, at least I think so. But look at all the accessories he comes with. So he comes with multiple hands, just all the hands. He's got like kind of open hands right here where you could put like swords or any of his other accessories, which I'm gonna start talking about in a bit. He's got some more right here, which I guess are for like nunchucks and circular type objects that are gonna fit in his hand. And then he has his open hands right here, and just the detail is great. You see all the emblems and sculpt and paint wash on there. So good. And obviously, he has his fisted hands that we currently have on him right now. So he comes with 4 sets of hands. That's insane. And then he comes with a bunch of weapons, like his baton right here. Really cool. 2 sets of nunchucks. And look at this. It's a real chain. That's like real metal. Just spin it around like that if you want. He comes with a second set of nunchucks right here, which is thread right there, piece of cloth keeping it together. But also, they're workable. They're real. No, they're not, but you know what I mean. And then this right here, I don't know what this is called. I know someone in the comments is like, it's called blah blah. I don't know, but it looks cool, and it's gonna look awesome with him holding it. And then a katana sword right here, which is great. And last but not least, a sai right there, just like Raph, good old Raph. But look, he comes with all this. So if you get multiple, which you're gonna wanna do, I know I'm gonna need at least one more, because you can't just have one Foot Soldier. You need at least 2, maybe 3, maybe 4, I don't know, you can go down a rabbit hole with that. But just imagine having a bunch of Foot Soldiers behind Shredder right here. That would look amazing. And again, just look at this. He even has some soft goods on him. Like his belt right here, that's actually fabric. And this right here, around his mask, that's real fabric as well. So they incorporated some soft goods on this guy as well. But I mean, he looks awesome. He's superposable. What more do I have to say about it? So we're gonna move him to the side right here to take a look at Shredder right here. Look at this monster of a figure right here. This thing is insane. So first thing, at least I noticed, is this massive cloth cape that he comes with, that you could drape over his shoulders like that to look just like the movie. I mean, just look at this thing. It's just huge, massive. I'm gonna give you guys a 360. Turn him around so you can check him out. The helmet work on him is great. All like the sculpt, the paint wash. I'm just so impressed with all of the 1/4 scale figures that NECA does, especially these turtle figures. I'm loving this line. It's easily one of my favorite lines because I just, you know, everyone knows superheroes is like my bread and butter, but the live action Ninja Turtle movies from the 90s, that was also a massive part of my childhood. I would watch them over and over, especially Secret of the Ooze. That's my jam. I like them all, but Secret of the Ooze, that's my jam. So I'm gonna put the cape to the side a little right here so you can see more detail on him. So the cape you could actually take off. I'm not gonna take it off, but you can. It's right there, there's a little clasp right there where you can take it off if you wanted to. But look, he's got all the blades on his shoulders, just like in the movie. He's got all the articulation too. He's got the double jointed knees. He's got the ankle pivot. His legs can go out and do like the splits if you want. He's got the double jointed elbows. And what's really cool is a lot of these pieces are separate. So like his gauntlets right here, that's like a separate piece. That's not like molded on. So, you know, it's more realistic that way. Same thing with the shin guards right here. It's a separate piece. So just the detail and paintwork and sculpt that goes into these things is insane. Again, these are some of the best action figures out right now. They're just really, really cool. And last but not least, as far as like Shredder himself, his mask is removable. So I want to show you guys right here so you can see the scratched face underneath when Splinter messed up his face back in the day. Look how dope that is. Very, very cool. And then you can just pop it back on like so. As for accessories, he comes with his bow staff spear looking thing right there, which is really, really cool. And then, of course, he has a knife, which is in a sheath. So we're going to take that out. And there you go. You can put that in his hand as well. So we're going to put that down. And then as for hands, he has 3 sets of hands. So he's got an open hand right there. And then a closed hand right there. These are going to be his right hand. And then, because we all know his left hand has these cool looking blade things on them. So we got an open one right there with the blades on it. And then we got a fisted one with those cool blades on it. But yeah, this guy just looks awesome. I'm actually gonna get a Ninja Turtle to put next to these guys so you can see how they scale and how great they look together. So as you can see, I brought Raph in to give you guys a better look at what they look like together and scale. And I gotta say, overall, it looks pretty awesome. They definitely look great next to each other. So if you have all the turtles, you're definitely gonna wanna get Shredder and maybe like 1 or 2 foot soldiers. I would say more than 1 because again, foot soldiers, what are you gonna do with just 1 foot soldier? You need more. As far as scale goes though, I think they scale pretty well. I think Shredder maybe could be a little bit taller, but nothing too drastic because if you guys remember at the end of the first TMNT movie when they're fighting him on the rooftop, it's about right. I mean, the turtles were pretty on par with Shredder. He just looks like he could be a little bulkier, maybe a little taller, but nothing too crazy. Overall, though, they look great together. So, if you have all 4 of the turtles, you're definitely going to want to get a foot soldier, maybe more, and definitely a Shredder. But overall, I am really loving this line. Again, it's one of my favorite lines. I have a soft spot in my heart for these live-action TMNT movies. They were a big part of my childhood, so I hope they keep going with this line and give us like an April O'Neil, Casey Jones, Toka, a Razar, just all those characters. I want them. I want to have dude, I would even take a Kino from Secret of the Ooze. I want that. But if you want to pick these guys up for yourself, you can do that at your local comic book store or in the websites we're going to leave in the description below. They roughly go for $100 to $120 depending where you pick them up. But trust me, if you want them, get them now because once they're sold out, the aftermarket price is going to be pretty high. I know these turtles are really hard to get now. So if you want a Shredder and you want a foot soldier, definitely do that now. With that said, I want to give a huge thank you to our friends over at NECA who sent these guys over to us to show you guys. But other than that, I'll see you guys next time when I talk about all things comics.